Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Wednesday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. And why am I in this tiny little box today, you may be asking. If you're watching on the 360, you won't see much because it's a tiny little box. Things are going from bad to worse for glennzb. Had the big studio. Now they're taking the next studio that I was in yesterday to pieces. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, here I am with a very bright light on my shiny head. So Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Why do they keep calling it Terrible Tuesday at the Olympics? Well, it's because we've lost a lot of things we were supposed to win or something. But nobody died. It's only a game. We've now, after losing to Japan in the sevens and getting Sonny, I think it was all a ploy. They wanted to get Sonny Bill Williams nice and injured, so to get him out of the way. I don't think they really wanted him in that team, did they? They wanted the normal guys who normally play sevens and do all the winning. I think they're because we've just completely monstered Kenya, so that wasn't an issue. Don't worry about it. Terrible Tuesday was so yesterday, especially if you're here in New Zealand where it's Wednesday, Woeful Wednesday. But while we are in Rio, I know I keep banging on about this, but yet again this morning there was beach volleyball on, and the American duo particularly had no clothes on at all, hardly it seems. I don't think it's helped by the fact that their bikinis, if you can call them bikinis. What's smaller than a bikini? Because that's definitely what they were sort of wearing, almost wearing. There's a white. And no, I'm not going to put a photo up because that's just titillation for the sake of it. But I do. And meanwhile, the men are there in their baggy shorts and watches. They wear watches. A lot of the volleyball players, the men's volleyball, obviously the women aren't allowed to wear anything at all. The men's volleyball players, they play with their watches on, and I would have thought there's a lot of ball hitting wrist action going on there. Anyway, yes, very funny, Bruce, the titillation. Yes. Very good. But anyway, then there was water polo happening, because all the crazy sports are at the Olympics. No offence, water polo players. I know it gets brutal, but as the water polo team, I don't know what team it was, it doesn't matter, Russia I think, that as they're about to jump into the pool, you get this shot. Now, what's going on there? So, it seems like if you're wearing your togs, that's what we call them here in New Zealand, bathers, swimmers, bathing suit, in Rio, you've just got to really jam it right up your ass. Otherwise, it's just not the look that everybody's wearing. That helped you play water polo, apparently. Now I feel uncomfortable about this next headline, but it's not to do with that. When I say no need to rub it in. It's not what I mean. I'm talking about lawyers. Now, there was a suicide bombing in Pakistan, which we didn't pay any attention to because it was in Pakistan and we don't pay attention to that kind of news in the Western world. Anyway, so it happened. The lawyers have done a protest about it. They're boycotting the courts, and so they sprayed themselves. You can see that he's spraying the other guy there, and they're all lawyers. Even in Pakistan, obviously make so much money that they can just spray paint their shirts and just biff them out. New shirt tomorrow. I don't know why I thought lawyers in Pakistan wouldn't be making as much money as lawyers anywhere else, but anyway, I thought that was interesting. A weird, I mean, not a bad kind of protest, but if it is a kind of a deodorant, they need to change. They need to go for the invisible, non-staining one. And finally, we're not up to finally. I've got extra topics today. Next to finally, penultimately, we've got. So the government is going to lock people's cars up, recidivist drunk drivers, if they don't pass the breath test to make the car go. That seems like a good idea. I'm just wondering if can we advance this technology a little bit so recidivist tailgaters can't be in control of their car. They breathe into it and it registers, oh, no, you've come up a bit tailgatey. So they won't be allowed to drive their car. People who cut people off, no, bit cut-offy. I can smell the cut-offy on your breath there. Get those people off the road. That'd be good. Oh, I tell you what I would like is people who drive stock trucks that just have wheeze and poos coming out of the back of the trucks all over your car that you've just washed. Yeah, because that happened to me yesterday. So yeah, if your breath smells like sheep's and cows' wheeze and poos, you shouldn't be allowed to drive your truck, I think, as well. That'd be good. And finally, a Motorcon update. There's no change there because I got this breaking news in today. RAF helicopter crashes and catches fire in Snowdonia, North Wales. And as you can see there, smiley face! Smiley face. So there's no change in that policy. Anyway. Okay, that was a very long glennzb TV, even in a tiny box. Thank you for hanging in there. And thank you for having me up your Periscope. I'll see you back here again. Who knows how long it will be and where it will be tomorrow. One thing I can tell you, it won't be on Tuesday, it won't be on Wednesday, it will be on Thursday.